Dzień dobry, dobry wieczór w zasadzie. Kto tam jest? Banson. Na dole poukładane. Mówisz. Poczekaj, aż zobaczysz to. Siemanko. Czołem meskal. Bro. A czemu mi się czat tak przekręcił brzydko? Dobra. Pożądalu. Czekajcie jeszcze sekundę, bo tutaj Steam do mnie napisał. Napisał do mnie bardzo ważne rzeczy sam Gaben. Że gry z mojej listy życzeń są w promocji. I jeszcze żona do mnie napisała. Ale to nic ważnego. Deep Sky The Relicts. Pewnie kojarzysz ty, Banson, z streama Hetmana. Za 24 zł. Phantom Doctrine. Co to było? Momencik, momencik. Phantom Doctrine, co to było? Świat drży w lodowatych szponach zimnej wojny i stoi na skraju zniszczenia. Wschód czy zachód? Nie ufaj nikomu. Kwestionuj wszystko. Los, coś tam. Kurde, tyle dobrych gier. Co? Deep Sky The Relicts. Taka turówka. Hetman w to grał na którymś streamie. I jeszcze Ancestors Legacy. Co to jest? Będę musiał na jutro przysiąść na chwilę. One Sea Company. A, to... Tym się aż tak nie jaram. Dobra, wrzucę później na Discorda oferciczkę. A tymczasem borem lasem lećmy z gierką jak z czymś. Który to był guzik? Ten. No, że szlak mnie te jasne trafi. Kamerka nie zgrywa się z tym. Trudno, nie będę teraz tego robił. Tak, z szałasem. Tyle rzeczy. Nie zdążyłem wszystkiego ustawić. Ale mam teraz tak, że jak coś zaczynam robić ze streamem, albo nawet nie zaczynam robić ze streamem, a jestem sobie na spacerku czy coś, sobie idę i tak bum, tu jest pomysł, bum, tu jest pomysł, zmienię to, zmienię tamto, zmienię coś jeszcze innego. I tak to się kręci w koło Macieju. I weź tu znajdź czas na to, żeby to wszystko zrobić. Anyway, jak się macie? Tego pięknego poniedziałkowego musiałem się zastanowić wieczora. Wiem, że ty, Banson, pracowałeś od 5 do 19. Współczuję ci mocno. Kurde, nie ten guzik. Ten. You have reached the fortress of the firstlings. Okay. Okay. Oops.
Greetings, Queen Zamtis.
The Queen bows her head slightly, prompting you to speak.
Your Highness, with your permission, I will take my leave to prepare for the journey.
Nie
Of
chciałem
course.
tego klikać, ale...
Let me know when you are ready.
Drive down. Z nią musimy iść. Co to jest? Ło! Ktoś tutaj stanął w tej pauzie.
Ah, Tungdil. I was wondering when you would pay me a visit.
I thank you, and Jaroon, you appeared at the right moment. May I, ask why?
It was down to you. Your speech about the responsibility I owe to my realm. Lot Yonan was a good teacher.
Her face darkens when she thinks of her old companion.
There are 100 reasons that Nodon deserves to die. That is why I went back to the Secondlings and took another look through the books. I discovered a passage that said Keenfire can only take its effect against evil when it is wielded by a foe of the Undergrounders.
A foe of the Undergrounders. It's going to be difficult to persuade Nork to help us.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I think I might have an answer to the problem. The Alpha are also your foes, aren't they?
What the...
Half human, half elf. My mother bequeathed me her gifts
Coś stało?
and
Nie
her
widziałem.
weapons. I got very little from my father, but his eyes are an advantage.
To jest, z tego co wiem, to jest po prostu żywa zbroja, która, tam jest coś zaklęte, coś tam było pitu dawno temu. Już nie pamiętam, kto tam siedzi, ale był dobrym koksem.
And you're sure that only a foe of the Undergrounders can use Keenfire?
Anyone can use it like a normal axe, but only a foe of the Undergrounders can command its magical powers. I don't know much about her, but a half-elf should pass as a foe of all dwarves.
We should keep your parentage secret, especially from Geralda.
I'm in no doubt that the Alpha did terrible things to her, and I'm not keen on letting her kill me.
If what Namora told me earlier is true, this Geralda could be just as great a danger as Nodon. She could take control of generals or kings, maybe even me.
You are aware of the danger, but you don't have the energy to think about it right now. You push the problem
Giralda to ta,
aside.
co jest walniętą krasnoludzicą i potrafi kontrolować umysły.
Alright then. You will wield Keenfire in the battle against Nodon. But we're going to have to make it first.
You said it.
The actress takes her leave with a little nod.
How are you and your powers? You look a little exhausted.
I won't lie to you. It has already been too long since I was in a place where I can draw new strength. My power is trickling away like water from a leaky pipe.
Is that perhaps a way to weaken Nodon?
No,
Pipe.
I wouldn't count on that. Even if we could keep him away from the magical realms, the being that lives within him has
Eskel
given
w
him
ogóle
unknown powers.
pytasz o tytuł streama. Nie wiem, czy kojarzysz, czy pamiętasz, to jest tekst z laboratorium Dextera, gdzie był odcinek z dziarskim Henkiem i Dexter po prostu potrzebował brody, żeby czuć się męsko, nie? I wytworzył tą brodę sztucznie i z tego co pamiętam, to właśnie na koniec on tą brodę stracił, poświęcając się. I właśnie ten dziarski Hank tam przyklęknął na kolana i powiedział: słuchaj Dexter, nieważna jest broda na zewnątrz, liczy się broda, którą masz w środku.
Take some rest.
To było
And I hope you'll still be here at dawn.
chlip.
The Mager gives you a reproachful look.
Don't worry. We'll stand by you until this expedition has reached its destination.
It feels good having the Mager and her companion at your side again.
Okej. Czy chcemy porozmawiać z tą... Czy chcemy... chyba musimy tutaj ze wszystkimi porozmawiać. Nie, z tobą nie chcę rozmawiać. Jezu, ta kamera czasami jest taka clunky. Zobaczmy, co się kryje za bramką numer 1. Ale mnie irytuje ta ramka teraz.
Tungdale.
A no tak, bo nasz tank dostał hita.
How is he?
He's lost a hell of a lot of blood.
The crazy glint in Boindale's eyes has given way to serious concern.
I'm doing fine. You must rest, brother. Stay on your back so the wounds can heal.
Tak jak ten
Fortunately, he hasn't lost his pig-headedness. As long as he has that, he'll come through.
czarny
Boindale
rycerz.
forces a grin,
This
but
but the
you can
flesh
imagine
wound.
what he's really thinking and feeling.
I thought Antikai was going to look after him. Didn't her magic help?
We don't want her help. Magic is no use. And we certainly don't want anything to do with Samerson.
Tak, bardzo
You
mnie
know there is
triggeruje
no
ta
point
szpara.
arguing with the twins about magic. There is too much of a fine line between conviction and stubbornness. Bowendahl would rather die than be healed by the Mager.
Znaczy no, dziura między ramką a kamerką, tak, bardzo mnie triggeruje. Myślałem, że dobrze tu ustawiłem, ale ewidentnie tam coś jeszcze nie zatrybiło. Sam się wyskaluj. A, szkoda, że nie ma Mobiusa. Bym mu to powiedział.
We'll have to go on without him. He won't manage more than 100 paces without
Dzień
dropping
dobry,
down
Kamek.
dead, the state he's in.
Nie, przepraszam, cofam to.
I'll manage, scholar.
Dzień dobry,
Just give me
K4-Mołowi.
2 orbits, then I'll be fine. It's
K4 Mow.
Bowendahl tries to stand up, but he doesn't have the strength. You shake your head.
Stay here and recover, Bowendahl. We'll meet you again in time for the big battle against Nodon. You have done your bit.
But where one of us is, the other is too.
K4
It
mówi,
is the
o,
greatest deed that's
dobre.
ever been carried out by our people.
A ten dziwnie wygląda bez
It
hełmu.
would seem you are right, scholar. We'll be separated for the first time in our lives. I will miss you by my side in battle. The first 100 runts will be for you. You will have to protect him and the others on your own now, brother. Don't take on too much, and rein in your frenzy. You must control your anger better than you usually do. Promise me. I promise.
Przed chwilą na filmiku był bez hełmu, teraz jest w hełmie.
Twins. They have never had to part like this before.
Proszę zgłosić błąd do dewelopera. Nie będę grał w taką zepsutą grę. Może to jest jakaś pozycja modlitwy? Od dzisiaj będę w ten sposób streamował. I koniec. Dzięki za stream. Miło, że byliście.
Hello.
What is it, Tundo?
It would seem that a lot of important positions are occupied by female dwarves in the Firstling Kingdom.
Is it not common where you come from that men and women share the duties?
W takiej zbroi trzeba często
Among the
wietrzyć
humans
pachy,
and the
to prawda.
secondlings, the women help out in the house so that the men have time for their duties. That's how it is written in the books too.
Here, posts are assigned according to the skills of the applicant, not gender. It's only natural that the most important posts are occupied by women.
She winks at you and gives you a knowing glance, although the whole thing still befuddles you.
Zmotywowałeś mnie do poszukiwania, do poszukania grafik na stream. Jeżeli mówisz o tych poniżej, to są zrobione z takiego fajnego, nazwijmy to, generatora. Chciałem zrobić swoje, ale zobaczyłem, jak te fajnie wyglądają i po prostu stwierdziłem, nie mam czasu, zrobię sobie to po prostu na szybko i pyk, siadło. Kolorystycznie też się zgadzają, więc jakoś tam tip top. A, tak, to jest zupełnie inna historia. Tylko jak widzisz, bardzo jestem striggerowany, bo myślałem, że dobrze ustawiłem, ale ramka i kamera się nie dotykają. Tak są już prawie, ale coś ich odpycha od siebie.
See you later.
No dobra, ale że co my mamy zrobić? Też wietrzy pachy. Tam nie mogę iść. Może faktycznie muszę porozmawiać ze wszystkimi, zanim...
The inventiveness of your people still impresses you, and fills you with pride for being a dwarf.
Dunmoro. To jest twierdza krasnoludzka gdzieś tam daleko za rzeką, w której żyje ród firstlingów. No taki Ironforge, tak. Widzę, że jesteś... I see you are a man of culture as well. Ale pamiętaj, dobry krasnolud to martwy krasnolud. Loktar!
It is simply legendary. No, it is mythical. We definitely need a large theatre so we can convey the impression of this grandeur to the spectators.
It's going to be difficult, but we'll manage it. But it will be more expensive.
It would appear you like it here.
Ha! Like it? It is fabulous. I almost feel like giving up. Not even the best of illusions could possibly imitate
It
this.
is
but
fabulous.
Say, what brings you to us, Tandil?
Every step from here on is more dangerous than the last. Are you sure you want to continue on our journey with us?
Of course. Every story needs an end. What kind of play would it be without a third act?
There is no way I'm going to let Namora ride into battle on her own. I will be there to assist her.
O, ktoś tu ma uczucia.
I must go. Rest now.
Rest? Haven't you seen? There are machines that keep the whole city alive. I must take a look.
No dobrze. Ale gdzie ja mam stąd wyjść? Może porozmawiać jeszcze raz z tą...
I've gathered all of the metal we need for Keenfire. I'm ready to depart.
Found it.
You nod and then look her
Spoko, Baniu.
solemnly in the eyes.
Once we set off, stay in the background, keep out of fights, and avoid all danger.
The female dwarf's expression darkens.
Shall we engage in a trial fight, Mr. Dwarf?
No, Bifracus. No, I know that female dwarves can fight. It's because of the axe. You're the only one who can forge it. If something happens to you, we won't be able to stop Nodon.
The face of the smith relaxes, and then a smile appears on her lips.
I can look after myself.
Orgasmodan.
Greetings, Queen Xantis.
The queen bows her head slightly, prompting you to speak.
Is everything ready for our journey to the Kingdom of the Fifthlings?
We have provided wagons for you and your companions. Are your preparations complete?
Yes. Mam pomysł na kolejny ekran. Będę musiał sobie to zorganizować. Pozwólcie, że sobie zapiszę. Done and done. Yes, we can go.
We are ready.
The queen nods slowly.
Rally your companions. I will march east with my host, but don't be misled. The fate of the perished land is in your hands.
Widzę, że dobrze mnie znasz.
May you succeed and return unhurt. Vrakas be with you.
Najgorsze jest to, że teraz faktycznie myślę o tym, żeby sobie dokupić jeszcze dodatkowy pakiet klawiszy. Bo...
The plains of Tibatin are the most fertile in Girdlegard, and rightly give the kingdom its nickname of the breadbasket. The east of the land has been in revolt since the perished land advanced, and the peace seems to have broken in the heartland too, as a group of strangers crawl out of a hole in the ground.
Why don't we just look for a tunnel that hasn't collapsed?
And what if we don't find one? If we're overground, we at least know that there's a way, even if it's dangerous. Let's go.
Let's go! Musimy na pewno coś kupić w tawernie.
Rudacre is, contrary to what the name suggests, a large city.
Gdzie w ogóle jesteśmy?
If Rodario is to be believed, more than 70,000 people live here, a number that you find it hard to even imagine. But while you walk through the streets, you don't doubt that it's the truth.
Tutaj.
Never before have you seen such huge masses of people.
If we are looking for somewhere to quench our thirst or for a roof over our heads, then I would recommend the Golden Well Tavern. And we can find everything we need for the rest of our journey at the big market. Just say where you want to go, Tungdil, and I'll show you the way.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Market.
The big market at the city's south gate certainly lives up to its name. You have never seen a market on such a scale. Stands, large and small, as far as the eye can see. Everything you could possibly need can be found here, as well as plenty of things that seem to have no use at all. While you push your way through the crowd to get to the trader Rodario wants to introduce to you, you overhear two peasants talking about elves.
No, I tell ya, it was elves. Pale skin, pointy ears.
Yeah, something strange is going on these days. Old Trundlewood from down Acrehill way said he saw some pointy ears too. Come to think of it, where's he been all week?
Here we are.
Rodario's sudden announcement draws your attention away from the locals to the tent that you're now standing in front of.
Welcome to Brand's Potpourri. Whatever your heart may desire,
Potpourri.
I can supply.
Pokaż mi swoje towary. Dawaj całe jedzenie. Dobra, i troszeczkę musimy sprzedać śmieci, bo nastakowało się tutaj nam rzeczy, których i tak nie używamy. One ring. To rule them all.
You follow Rodario
zobaczmy
through the
jeszcze.
lively streets until he reaches a run-down two-story building. You hope that this dump
Jakoś mu
isn't the
ufam, nie?
tavern that Rodario recommends. You prepare yourself for the worst, but the inside of the tavern surprises you all. The walls are clad with dark, finely ornamented wood. The floor is clean. The tables are weighed down with good food, and a hot fire is burning in the fireplace. One
good
should never
food.
judge a book by its cover.
A
The
czy macie
guests
brody?
look you over, full of curiosity, and many nod a greeting. The haggard woman behind the bar greets you loudly.
Ona nie ma brody.
Dario, you old rogue! What are you doing here? And you've got dwarves with you! I don't see one my whole life and then several come along in the same month.
We are on an important mission, Madame Flori, and could do with a place to stay the night.
Rodario introduces you and negotiates a good price for a few beds and a night's lodgings.
Sorry for asking, but you said you'd seen some other dwarves recently.
You're thinking of Gandagar's group and wonder whether they might have reached the kingdom of the Fifthlings already.
Yes, a nice bloke from the west. Paid for his room for a month in advance and then disappeared. Travelling lights.
The landlady's expression darkens.
That was 3 weeks ago. If he doesn't come back soon, I'll have to release the room.
I teraz jest zagwozdka. Już tyle razy ta gra nauczyła mnie, że krasnoludy nie potrafią się skradać. I tyleż samo razy gra daje mi opcję skradania się. Trudno, raz się żyje.
You give Namora a sign and sneak onto the first floor. The half-elf appears moments later. To your surprise, she has Balandis with her, who must have caught something of what was said.
I want to know who the dwarf who is sneaking around here is. Perhaps he belongs to Gandagar's group.
After apologizing to various guests for intruding, you are left with just one untried door. Namora picks the lock, and you enter the room unseen. The room is bigger than all the rooms in the tavern you have seen so far, and all just for one guest. There are maps, various pieces of notepaper, and 3 notebooks on the table.
Są mapy, notatki i notebooki. Daj wszystko do plecaka. Telefony, kosztowności.
The notes are partly written in Dwarvish and partly in the language of humans. The 3 of you scan through them
Brudne
until
majtki
Balandis
zostaw.
draws your attention to a map. on which the route from the kingdom of the firstlings to the kingdom of the fifthlings is marked.
What would make a firstling travel to the perished land, or even to the kingdom of the fifthlings?
You believe you've found an explanation.
Here, this letter. I have found a way, but I don't know if I will return safely with Star Slasher. That's why I leave to you, dear Barris, my notes, may you, and so on.
Star Slasher?
You have come across this name in the notes a few times already, but you just shrug your shoulders and throw the letter back onto the table in disappointment. You had hoped to have found out some news on the whereabouts of the other group.
A sword. Apparently it was given to Giselbert I and I by a caravan travelling from the other lands. It seems we're dealing with a treasure hunter.
A treasure hunter, you say? Interesting. Very much interesting.
You are woken with a jolt in the middle of the night by a blood-curdling scream. You look around in panic and see that the others have been woken too, but only Geralda has beads of sweat on her brow. She's breathing heavily. Concerned, you go over to her.
I can remember. The Alfar. They are doing experiments on the children of the Smith. We have to save them.
Ta Giralda to jest dziwna, ja nie wiem, czy się nie skończy, że ją zabije.
Alpha? Experiments? What are you talking about?
I can remember everything. Or at least some of it. I know that I was taken prisoner by the Alfar, along with other dwarfs. They experimented on us, and I somehow escaped.
Where was this exactly?
They are here, nearby. It was a village, I think.
An Alfar village in Tabain? Doesn't sound very likely.
Miłego. Jak wrócisz, to powiedz, jak było.
By Vracus, if the Alfar are experimenting on dwarves, we can't just ignore it. We have to free the prisoners. We can't save the world if we ignore the suffering right in front of our eyes. We will help Geralda.
Boandal and the others accept your decision. Geralda nods at you gratefully.
No dobrze, ale gdzie tu jest? Kurde, dajcie mi jeszcze momencik. Tak z 5 minut. Dobra, nieważne, chyba usnął. Możemy jechać dalej.
When you reach Acre Hill, there isn't a single villager in sight. An uneasy feeling creeps over you, which finally turns into certainty when you see red paintings on the walls of the houses.
Alpha.
O proszę, jest pan Lurker Mobius teraz. Sam jesteś kiepsko widoczny. Ale okej, poprawię to później. Dzięki za feedback. Przyłapany na gorącym uczynku.
As expected, you don't find any survivors. But there are also no undead. The perished land has not yet advanced this far. You discover some footprints on the northern edge of the village.
It was orcs. Looks as though they waited here while the point ears wreaked havoc in the village. It seems like they moved on towards the north.
The pictures, painted in blood, tell the horrifying story of how the Alfar came to the village and killed the inhabitants. You also find a few elaborately carved bones, some larger ones, like those of humans, some smaller and stronger, like those of dwarves. When you reach the other end of the village, disgust is written in the faces of your companions. None of you says a word. You gather all the bones you can find together and burn them. You wash over the paintings with water from the well. You weren't able to prevent this gruesome incident, but you don't want to leave a single trace of it behind.
Co to jest? Idziemy do przodu.
Ooh, do you smell that? Come! Oink, oink!
Without even waiting for you, Boindil runs over the hill and disappears behind it. You follow him, and as you reach the brow, you see a very strange scene before you.
Będzie bitka.
I told you you shouldn't touch them.
But I was hungry.
Orks. Kogo bierzemy? Kogo bierzemy? Co ty masz, kobieto? Pójdziemy takim party.
Huh?
If I have to. Not a bad idea.
Wszyscy orkowie i andedzi? No proszę.
Huh? Yes?
What is it?
Co ona miała? Scorch.
With pleasure.
Blast. A magical blast that pulls creatures toward it and then explodes. Oh, baby.
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Uh-huh.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
No chance.
And what now?
Vile creature. And again.
Ten miał co? Scare.
Vile creature. Kill.
Chance.
No, ten Sauron jest bardzo fajny.
Yes, yes. I'm with you.
Dlatego go puścimy przodem tutaj.
Come here, you. I'm with you.
Czy on z buta wjeżdża? Tak, ma tutaj skill, który się nazywa wjeżdżam z buta.
What a waste of time. All right then.
Czemu to nie odpaliło?
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Understood.
Kurde, tam z lewej orkowie, z prawej orkowie.
And again.
Ups.
No chance.
At once.
Wycofaj się pan, wycofaj.
What is it?
Uh-huh. On my way.
Troszeczkę ich tu dużo.
At once.
And what now? Huzzah!
Hey, how about some help?
Who's next?
Now you've got me interested.
Put up a fight.
Dobra,
Not a bad idea.
kurde, we dwójkę to tak troszeczkę dostajecie w ciry.
Huh? Uh-huh.
Huh? Yes, yes.
Tych łuczników trzeba...
Come here, you.
Możliwe, że za późno to zrobiłem.
Need help over here. Quickly.
What is it?
Na prędkości wyłamujesz zamek. Dzień dobry, mówiłeś.
Understood.
He hardly put up a fight.
Do you think it's smart? Just let him die over here?
On my way.
If I have to.
A, Sauron.
Not a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
No chance.
Understood.
I didn't even take off my gloves.
At once.
Co tu się dzieje?
No chance.
End it. Vile creature.
He hardly put up a
And I
fight.
didn't even take off my gloves.
Dobra, nawet przetrwaliśmy. O dziwo.
Yes, yes. Who's next? I'm with you.
Nie to samo co ta batalia ostatnia, nie?
What a waste of time.
What is it?
No proszę, nawet Kao zawitało do nas. Niech będzie pochwalony.
I'm with you. Yes,
Jak
yes.
się masz, Kao? Kupę lat cię nie było.
That's a bad idea. Yes.
Teraz zrobimy trik. Bum bum. Hehe.
I'm with you.
Bruta zawsze jest
Yes, yes.
dobrym elementem.
What is it?
Vile creature.
Vile creature.
If I have to. Magic takes time. No chance.
Kill.
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Podchodź, podchodź.
This is going to hurt.
Easy peasy za pierwszym razem myślałem, że umrzemy.
chaotic battle between the orcs, the undead, and you comes to the best possible conclusion. No one else is standing but you. You decide to have a little look around.
Jaka ta tajemniczość.
You discover a file that looks like the one Geralda carries with her. Before you can get a proper look at it, Geralda is suddenly standing next to you, and she wrenches it out of your hand. She turns it back and forth excitedly, but then disappointment spreads across her face. The container is empty. Without a word, she goes back to examining the surroundings.
Tak sobie dzisiaj pomyślałem, Kao. Ile my się już znamy lat? Zrób matematykę.
You tremble at the thought that you could end up the same way. You hope that one of your companions would have sympathy with you if you were to die in the Perish Land.
Naprawdę nie. Nie może być 15. Chociaż... Jezus, ile to jest czasu.
The closer you get to the murky pool, the worse it
Jesteśmy
stinks of
starzy.
decay and death.
Czy ja
At
jestem?
first you thought it was only dirty water, but for as much as you can make out through the gloom, it seems almost black and has wondrous streaks.
Wondrous streaks, da-da-da-da.
It's a map of the surroundings. Not far from your current position is a place clearly marked with a red cross. Is it another orc camp, or even the Alfar camp? You mark the place on your own map.
Good. Masakra. Jak ty ze mną
With the
wytrzymałeś to
probable
wszystko?
location of another camp up your sleeve, you continue on your way.
I nawzajem. Serduszko i nawzajem. Możemy coś wybrać. Magic Shield that reduces the damage on the target. Heavily heals an ally with a 50% chance of leaping onto the next. To bierze. Oczywiście, że heal. Sauron. Jakaś czarodziejka, nie wiem. Nie znam. Enemies in his vicinity receive lots of damage, then they panic. fights a path through his enemies and causes lots of damage to everyone in his way. Jak sądzicie? Mighty March czy Decay? Też się skłaniam, ale kurczę, 120 sekund. Dobra. Jak coś to będzie na was. A, no coś mieliśmy sobie zaznaczyć na mapie, gdzie to jest tutaj. Musimy się cofnąć. Czy się chcemy cofać? No dobra. Potężny
You walk
marzec.
through the villages that once blossomed, but are now deserted due to the advance of the parish land. The colour has drained away from the wood of many of the houses, just as it has from the countryside itself. A carpet of withered plants rustles and crackles under your feet. You don't know if the parish land can ever be driven away again, and even if it can, it is questionable whether people will ever live there
Russell i
again.
Krakel, dobre
Decide
party.
and try to drive these dark thoughts away from your mind.
Co cię śmieszy w moim streamlapsowym bocie? On tu się stara ludzi na Discorda
Geralda
zaprosić.
struggles to keep pace all day, and when you see her struggling, you give the order to set up camp for the night earlier than usual.
Are you all right?
The female dwarf looks ill, and as she's aware of the fact, she doesn't even try to make excuses.
The potion! It's finished! I need more of it!
She looks at you imploringly, as if you could help her. Over the next few days, Geralda's condition grows increasingly worse. She begins to shiver, and more than once
Mnie
you
też.
catch her muttering to herself and glancing at Andakai surreptitiously. The Mager claims she does not know
weź
what
to
kind
wszystko
of potion it
poustawiaj.
is and why Geralda might need it. You believe her, but you also notice that Andakai doesn't really seem interested in finding a solution to the problem either.
Ty Kao, patrz na to. Magic.
You reach the place that was marked on the Orc's map, and judging by the sight you are presented with, there is no doubt. This is where the Alfar did their experiments.
Jak ty to robisz? Wciskam guzik.
Dwarves! Oh, how glad I am to finally see members of my own
Ale to
race
F4,
again.
czekaj, co to jest?
How glad I am to see anyone at all who doesn't want to kill me.
We're here to save you. We've heard that Alpha are experimenting on dwarves. Where are the others?
I am the last one.
There's me too.
You? Ah, so you escaped. Oh,
Escape
I
the...
should have known it.
Czyli on może być tym.
You're the firstling who set off into the kingdom of the Fithlings to find the sword Star Slasher, aren't you?
Yes, that's true. Kazda Roughblade is the name, but how did you know that?
Also
We found your
magic.
notes in the Golden Well. We were hoping to find you alive.
I'm grateful. I was hoping that someone would find them in the worst case, and that I was successful. I found the sword and was on my way back from the kingdom of the Fiflings when the Alpha surprised me. They came in the night, and I had no chance to even defend myself. The next morning I woke up in this cage. They wanted to do the same to me as they'd done to her.
Kazda nods in Geralda's direction.
But they didn't get round to that.
No, chciałbym wiedzieć, co oni zrobili.
You and Geralda, you know each other?
She was already here when I arrived. The Alpha did experiments on her. They fed her with a tincture from this device, and then it was as if she was a doll. She had to follow their orders. They trained her in battle, and she could do Alpha magic. I swear it. But the last time, something was different. She fought against the orders of the Alpha, beheaded one of them in the end. She set me and the other prisoners free and ran away in the chaos. The Alpha recaptured all of us, apart from her.
Where are the Alpha? I'll forget it.
No. To czas rypać długouchych. Kill the female elf and all other enemies.
Yes?
And what now?
O Jezu, znowu musimy zwalić konia.
Huzzah!
Nie trafił. Czekaj, gdzie to
Now
jest?
you've
Tu.
got me interested.
Huh? On my way. For Brackus! At once.
Walić konia.
What is it?
Huh? Huh?
Dobra, ten tutaj utrzyma.
We put up a fight for Brackus! Understood.
No chance.
And what now?
Spróbujmy tego. Aha, nie mamy jeszcze tego deathmarcha możliwego. Czemu on w ogóle... Czuję się, jakbym nie miał nad nim kontroli.
And I didn't even take off my gloves.
Ale nie przeszkadza mi to.
On my way.
Skurczysyńskie elfy.
Attack! At once. End it. Attack!
Boch. Bąk.
Now you've got me interested.
On my way. At once. End it.
Co to jest drugi koń?
For Brackus. Yes?
Smuci koń?
I'm with you.
Zobacz, co tam się dzieje.
Yes, yes. Of course. Huzzah!
Czy on jest pod ziemią? To jest koń ziemny.
I'm with you.
Hej!
Of course.
O, się wściekł.
What is it? Of course. I'm with you. Of course. I'm with you. And what now?
Hyc, myk. Bang.
We hardly put up a fight.
Not a bad idea. All right,
Czołem miotku, smrodku.
feel my power. Not a bad idea.
Jak weszło, Jezus, cudowny. Howdy. A skoro jesteśmy w temacie kowbojskim, to czy wiecie, jaka marka samochodów jest ulubioną marką kowbojów?
If I have to. With pleasure. Now you've got me interested.
Of course.
Jotku miotku.
Feel my power.
Howdy, dokładnie. Chyba już kiedyś komuś opowiadałem ten dowcip.
What is it? If I have to. Not a bad idea. All right then.
Weź no się ustaw tak.
Not a bad idea.
Co za baba.
What is it?
On my way.
Put up a fight.
Wbił się w ścianę. Za każdym razem jak robię szarżę, to uderzam w coś.
Who's next? Yes, yes.
Vile creature.
Ale ten Srauron jest... Kebella koza.
I was hoping never to see a single Shadowmere again after Greenglade.
Good job. There was two of them then. Ha!
Let's have a look around. Maybe there are more survivors, or we might find out something about the potion that Geralda needs.
Geralda. O, pan Kowal. Nowy level. A nic nie wybieramy. Szarża jest zła, to prawda. Ale się przydaje na mostach.
The elf has been beheaded. He is dead. And even the perished land won't be able to make him rise again.
Well, that's him. I remember now. He forced me to drink a potion. That's what gave me my powers. I killed him and ran away.
On closer inspection, you see a small rolled-up note in the elf's hand.
Po co się zajmujemy takimi pierdołami? Dawaj zbroję, sprzedamy na targu, będziemy bogaci.
If I had to guess, probably for Geralda's potion.
Okej.
The containers are filled with blood, but it seems thinner and smells sweeter than it should. Presumably the Alfar have done something with it, either for their potions or to use it as paint. You have no idea what to do with the various devices and ingredients, but it should be easy for Andakai, as an experienced mager and alchemist, to brew Geralda's potion.
Bru, bru, bru. Możemy też na
You
przykład
don't wish to
uważać
spend the
piwo.
night amongst the dead,
Taka
so you
sugestia.
set up camp a little way off. You decipher the recipe for Geralda's potion together with Andakai and Namora.
All in all, the equipment and the process is not hard to understand, despite being a little strange. And the ingredients take some getting used to, even for me. This black water and elf blood, for example.
Is this what gives Geralda her powers?
Andakai nods.
It gives her powers and makes her dangerous. What will she do if the potion runs out and she is driven to madness by thirst? She could force me to brew more and more of the potion for her and find a way to supply the elf blood that is needed for it.
Andakai's gaze pierces you.
I can mix a poison that looks just like her potion. She trusts you, Tungdill. If you
Wiedziałem, że
give
tak
it to
będzie.
her, she will drink it, and we will remove an uncontrollable danger from Girdlegard.
Kochany czacie. Pomocy. 1 czy 2? Wy wybieracie. Przy okazji to mi przypomina, że miałem się nauczyć, jak się robi głosowanko na Twitchu. K2 nie ma czegoś. K2 to moneta, którą rzucasz. Dobrze, mamy 2-2. Czy ktoś przechyli szale? Czy już zaraz ją rozwalę? 2-2-2. No, Giralda, kiepsko wyglądają twoje szanse. Oto jest palec. Palec wykonuje ruch. Palec grzebany. Zepsułaś cały bojowy nastrój.
You can't bring yourself to say it, but you have to agree with the Mager. You glance at the floor, and a brief nod follows.
And we should destroy the recipe. This should never happen again.
Without another word, Andokai gets to work. After 2 hours, the Mager is finished and comes to you. She's carrying 2 phials that look just like the one Geralda has.
The phial on the right is the potion. The one on the left is the poison.
Andokai gives you the 2 phials.
Decide wisely.
Before you can say anything, she has already turned away and is marching at a swift pace towards Jeroen.
Tungdil, is the potion ready?
You only just managed to hide the phials from Geralda.
Sure, here's the potion. We followed the recipe to the word.
You
A, bo
pass
później bym
Geralda
musiał
the
ustawiać z
poison.
powrotem.
She takes
Tyle
it with
roboty.
thanks, opens the lid, and takes several greedy swigs.
Thank you, Tungdil. What would I do without...
Oop.
Ugh. What is that? It's burning. You
O, jaki ładny kaszel.
poisoned me.
I'm sorry. There's no other choice. You are too much of a danger.
You're just like the others. I curse you.
What if I say I'm not like the others?
With a last pained scream, Geralda collapses in front of you. When the others come, you leave them to wonder what has happened. Did you do the right thing?
She's dead. Take her away.
Jeroen follows Andokai's orders immediately. The Mager takes you by the shoulder and pulls you aside.
Good decision, Tungdil. One has to be able to make tough decisions as a leader, and you have done so today.
Welp. A to jest pan krasnolud. Ten. Nie lubię go. Okej. W takim razie możemy już bezpiecznie ruszać do przodu. Do przodu, na bok. I na bok. I na bok. W brzuszku mi burczy, nie zjadłem kolacji.
As night falls, you find yourselves
Myślę,
on a
byłem
hot
ciekaw, kiedy
mountain
będzie
face covered in sharp
jakiś
crags.
dialog.
You would favour pretty much anywhere else to spend the night, but it is too dark to go any further. You are woken in the middle of the night by Boindle.
Scholar, can you smell it? There are piggies nearby.
You sniff deeply, but don't smell anything but the stench of sulphur. But you do see something moving in the shadows and are immediately wide awake.
Momencik. Okej, co tu się zadziało? Tak, co tu się na tym czacie, jak człowiek czyta bez kontekstu, to są mnie skąd. Ja nie wiem, co tu się dzisiaj dzieje, ale za każdym razem, kiedy Kao przychodzi, to po prostu czat szaleje, nie? Kao, jesteś tutaj po prostu jakimś Cudotwórcą. Kill all the attackers. Co oni nas ze wszystkich stron biorą? No dobra.
On my way. Attack!
No już trudno, i tak było za mało osób na ocalenie.
What is it?
Grałem twoim i umarł.
What is it? I'm with you. Come here, you. We already put up a fight.
Understood. End it.
No chance.
At once.
Koszulkę dwójka zawsze na propsie? Kurde. Musisz pokazać koniecznie.
Vile creature.
O kurde, ile tam jest tych.
Yes, yes.
Ola Boga, ola Boga.
On my way. Vile
Now you've got me interested. I didn't even take off my gloves.
O, jak ładnie pospadali.
kill.
Ach. Aha.
Not a bad idea.
Disappointment.
I'm with you. Come here, you. What is it? He hardly put up a fight. Huzzah! Yes, yes, so. Yes, yes.
No, zrobić taką koszulkę to nic trudnego.
Yes, yes.
Now you've got me interested. Not a bad idea.
Ow! Hey!
All right then.
A nie, zawsze wybierz dwójkę.
Huzzah!
At once. On my way. Pavrakas! Vile creature. Attack!
Not a bad idea.
Dobra, cofnijmy się, bo
All
tam
right then.
żeśmy się... panie.
Kill! Come here, you!
Żeśmy się rozeszli troszeczkę i...
And what now?
What a waste
I'm
of
with you.
time.
Gdzie ono ma to leczenie niby?
What is it?
Weź
Yes,
se to
yes.
stań, panie, na chwilę,
And what now?
Not a bad idea.
Pavrakas!
a my
Pleasure.
idziemy dalej.
What is it? Yes, yes. Huzzah! I'm with you.
Boindil, no, on jest berserkiem, który niestety
Come here, you.
często traci kontrolę i
I'm not that quick.
uderza swoich.
Now you've got me interested.
Chciałbym wiedzieć, skąd strzelają. Tam są.
And what now?
Dobra, zaryzykujemy.
Of course.
And again.
Huzzah! I'm not that quick. Huh?
Niech tam pokaże, co umie chłopak.
Now you've got me interested.
Reszta party za nim.
What is it? If I have to.
What is it?
Not a bad idea. With pleasure.
Ja.
He hardly
What
put
is
up a
it?
fight.
If I have to. All
Of
right then.
course. I'm with you.
Nie wiem, czy dobrze idziemy. Nie, źle idziemy. To gdzie zostało jeszcze 8?
Of course.
mu leży. Krótka drzemka.
Yes? And what now? Yes, yes!
O,
I'm with you!
brawo, bo nie trafiłeś.
So! What is it?
Not a bad idea.
No, gdzie jesteście? A, są.
Not a bad idea.
He hardly put up a fight.
Wychodzić, jesteście
Now
otoczeni.
you've got me interested. Chance.
And what now? Who's next?
What a waste of time.
Understood.
Feel my power.
Yes, yes!
Chodź.
I'm with you!
Kill.
Of course!
Ale on jest idealny do właśnie siekania tylnej linii.
On my way. At once. Understood. Bavrakas!
What is it?
Szarża była złym pomysłem. Po raz kolejny. No, już? Good.
After the battle, you finally have time to catch your breath. You check the others one by one to see how they are. Bavragor seems out of it and is staggering with every step he takes.
Bavragor, are you all right?
Every step
Agonizingly
you
slowly,
take.
he turns to face you.
Nie umiem
Blood is
śpiewać.
flowing from his mouth and through his beard.
I made a mistake.
All strength slips from his body and he falls forward. An arrow is protruding from his back.
O,
Andikai, Bavragor has been hit.
You immediately rush towards him. Balandis, next to you, takes his hand.
Too late. The arrow was poisoned. I could feel it. I hadn't planned to return to the kingdom of the secondlings, but I did at least want to complete my task to die in glory.
You won't die, Bavragor. Andikai, can't you?
You turn to the Maga, but one look at her face robs you of all hope. She shakes her head imperceptibly.
ciekawe czy to jest...
We are in the perished land, aren't we? Let
Czy
me
to było
die,
skryptowane, czy
then I cannot
któraś z moich
reach
decyzji?
complete my task.
Przepraszam, waszych
My
decyzji.
defiance will be stronger than the urge to do evil.
Before you can object, Boindil lays a hand on your shoulder.
You know yourself how stubborn we are, scholar. We should grant him his wish. If he turns on us, then I will take care of him myself.
You've heard about dead dwarves on expeditions in the Perish land defying the bloodlust for many days. But you want to find a better way. Bavragor's breathing is becoming shallower, until it finally stops.
Dobra, umieraj, bo idziemy dalej.
While Balandis is still sobbing next to you, the stonemason rises suddenly. His face is pale and his eyes seem empty.
Even death can't stop me. I told you.
What?
My defiance is stronger.
None of you really know what to say, and finally Bavragor compels you to continue your journey. You can see the inner conflict in the stonemason's face, and you don't know how long he can resist it. You continue on your way with an uneasy feeling.
Co zaraz się zmieni w zombiaka? No właśnie. Dlaczego muszę się cofnąć?
Bavragor has assured you that everything is all right, but since he came back, he has kept himself apart from the rest of the group. You decide to talk to him
Nie
during
muszę
your
tam
hike.
iść.
Are you really all right?
I feel nothing, Tungdil. I don't feel my body anymore, and my head is
I'm dead, I'm dead.
strangely empty. I ate things that I used to love, and things that I hated.
He glances at Boindil.
I would like to rip into shreds and devour.
You had no idea that it is so bad. On one hand, you feel an unspeakable pain seeing your companion in this state. On the other hand, You are afraid that he could attack one of you, and you hate being so afraid of Bavragor.
Hey, Mega, tell your henchman he shall look after me. If I do things I shouldn't do, he is to stop me.
Everyone has stopped in their tracks and are all staring at the stonemason. Andakai is the first to free herself from the tense torpor, and with a nod, Jeroen follows the orders, and from that point he doesn't leave Bavragor's side.
Okej. Spoko. Nie sądziłem, że ta gra mnie jeszcze zaskoczy.
You finally reach the place where Keenfire will take on form, the stronghold of the Fifthlings with the hottest forge in Girdlegard, Dragonfire. This is where evil first entered Girdlegard, a disgrace for the Dwarves, who were given the task of protecting it by Vracus. Since then, the Perish land has spread. Alfar and Orcs have invaded, and the Elves almost eradicated. But you have decided to face up to the evil. You will forge Keenfire and stop Nodon, or die trying. You enter the old stronghold with determination.
Determination. Ejo. Ciekawe jak ten Keenfire będzie wyglądać. Mam nadzieję, że zajebiście.
Whoa. The Firstlings really knew how to build a stronghold.
And we're probably the first dwarves in 1,000 cycles to enter these halls.
The fuck?
Come on, you beasts! I may be
to
the
tam.
last, but I will take at least 4 dozen more of you down with me!
Gundagar! Hold on, my king!
Oh, there's a surprise. Is there some courage hidden inside the little gem cutter after all?
Come on, let's help Gandagar.
Gandagar. Raz, dwa, trzy. Aha, tego muszę wziąć ze sobą. Nie będę miał Boindila. No nie wiem, czy jestem zadowolony z tego. Nie wiem, o czym mówisz.
On my way. Is it something bad?
If I
Understood.
have to.
Miłego filmowania, Jodeczku.
Not a bad idea. What is it? Didn't even take off my gloves.
Ale mi się podoba ten spell. A ten jeszcze bardziej.
Now you've got me interested.
Over here, I need support!
I'm charging my laser.
Yes?
Co tu miał? Hide.
Hey!
Huh? Vile creature. At once.
Avenge my death!
What? Ktoś umarł? To jeszcze raz.
All right then.
Is it something bad?
Co to było? Okej. A, bo ja muszę tego ocalić pewnie. Bo on sobie zginą.
Huh? On my way.
Dobra.
If I have to.
Understood.
Tu
What is
patrz.
it? Not a bad idea.
Yes? At once.
Didn't even take off my gloves. No chance.
Dobra, wspomożemy go tutaj. Jaki ten spell jest piękny. A ty czemu stoisz? Do roboty. Się trzyma, się trzyma.
Finally over. For Vracus! Kill!
Yeah!
Yes?
What a waste of time.
Kill!
O kurde, przestraszyłem swojego.
And I didn't even take off my gloves. No chance. What a waste of time.
Vile creature!
All right then.
What do you want me to
Understood.
do?
Yeah! Help! On my way.
Help!
No chance.
Jezu, jak on zginie, to się wkurzę.
I got one. Yeah. And that'll be safe, will it?
Now you've got me interested.
A, nie pykła. Good one. Zapomniałem po prostu, że muszę go ocalić. I tyle. Ups. Pewnie kiśniesz najbardziej z tej miny Gemkatera, co ma klejnoty w brodzie.
What happened to you? Where are the others?
They are dead. Only I remain.
Your learned tongue refuses to do its job. You consider how it was you who sent these people to their ruin. You don't see any accusation in Gandagar's expression, just grief and determination.
And now that you are here, I carry the hope that their sacrifice was not in vain.
In a few short words, you give account of everything that has happened to you on your way to the kingdom of the Fifthlings. Gandagar listens silently and nods now and then.
You have done well. You appear to be a better leader than I expected, Tungdil Goldhand.
I don't know. Half the time I was advised what to do next.
It is our destiny to follow the untrodden path. Leaders take one step after the other. They never stand still. And if you look back and ask yourself, what if, you will never find the courage to take another step.
We should work together.
We have to get to the forge. Let's forget our contest and work together.
I agree. We have seen the spread of the perished lands, and the beasts of Tion wanted us to keep away from this place. Maybe there is some truth in your story about keen fire.
You tense your shoulders and strengthen the grip on your weapon.
Let's find out.
Not so fast, groundlings.
Fuck.
Are you going to stop us, little man?
Even greater armies haven't been able to stop us.
An evil grin spreads across the Famulous's face.
Oh, I know. But how about this?
I'm sorry. Can we just talk?
Finally, a real challenge. Everyone else keep your hands off it. Understood?
Nie chcę ciebie. Nigdy ciebie nie chciałem w tej drużynie. O, jeszcze orkowie, no super.
And what now? Yes, yes.
Yes?
What is it?
Now you've got me interested. Not a bad idea.
Czemu to nie zadziałało?
Magic takes time. All right then. This is going to hurt.
Zaraz, przecież mogę tego zabić. O, psia
Just let
dupo.
me die over here? With pleasure.
Huh?
And what now? I'm
Dobrze,
with you.
zrobimy to tak. Jezus Maria.
What is it?
Yes? At once. Understood. At once. Please wait a moment.
Dobra, chyba troszeczkę.
Ow! Hey!
Huh?
And what now?
Ty jeszcze żyjesz?
Of course.
O, dzięki, nie domyśliłem się.
He cheated.
O, on oszukuje, to wszystko do tego.
Yes? I can't do that yet. Pavracus!
Skucha, skucha.
Uh-huh.
I'm with you.
Ja tego golema de facto nie mogę bić.
Understood.
Więc muszę zabić tego, żeby...
What is it? Not a bad idea.
Ty sobie idź tutaj.
Huh?
And what now? I'm with you.
Kill.
Huzzah!
Yes?
Ach, Kao.
At once. And again. Huh?
Now you've got me interested. If I have to.
Oj, Titi.
All right then.
I have. Give me a hand.
If I have to.
Okej, czyli on się bardzo szybko leczy.
Yes?
Now you've got
And
me
what
interested.
now? Of course. Who's next? What is it?
All right.
Rozumiem, dobra. Najpierw zabijemy orków,
Uh-huh.
a
Understood.
potem ciśniemy fagasa. Chyba że oni cały czas wychodzą.
Now you've got me interested.
Come here,
Dobra.
you.
What a waste of time.
Of course.
What is it?
Mhm.
Hey,
O kurde, wrzuciłem go pod...
come here,
How
you.
about some help?
Who's next? Yes, yes.
Some is some.
Bow and dog. Give me a hand.
Kurde, ta już umarła, no co za...
Kill. And again. Vile creature.
I just need.
Yes? At once.
Not good.
Understood. Attack!
Yeah.
And again. On my way.
Yeah.
Ale jeszcze nie przegraliśmy.
Pavracus! End it.
Zanim się wyleczy...
Can't do that yet. Please wait a moment.
Kurde.
Pavracus!
Yeah.
End it.
Dawaj.
Pretty hard. On my
Dobra,
way.
padł.
At once.
Tylko, że my też zaraz padniemy.
Attack! On my way. Pavracus!
Okej, ale już wiem przynajmniej jak sobie z tym poradzić.
Understood. Pavracus! Vile creature.
No chyba, że okaże się takim koksem, że wszystkich
End it.
wykosi.
And again. Vile creature. Understood. I can't do that yet. Please wait a moment. I can't do that yet.
Dajesz, mały tarczowniku. Przeżyj to sam.
Bavrakas! Vile creature!
Oink, oink, odblokowaliśmy achievement.
Attack!
Kurde, jeszcze się trzyma skurkowany.
End it!
Easy peasy.
Let's hope that was
W ogóle się nie martwiłem.
I've already said it once, but I will say it again. I don't want the throne, and I never did. All I care about is saving Girdlegard. If I don't manage, make sure that Keenfire is forged, and promise me that you will work with Namora and Keenfire against Nodon.
Gandagar bows his head.
By Vracus and Giselbert I, in whose kingdom we now stand, I swear I will not rest until Nodon is dead. But you will be by my side.
No zobaczymy, jak ta współpraca się rozwinie. Point deal. Oink oink. Damage, kurna, co tam? Ja piejdaję cieba. Szybki tak już jest, a jeszcze teraz jak będzie mocniejszy. Zamknijcie te drzwi, zamknijcie.
It looks like all the fiends of Girdlegard have gathered here together.
You take a deep breath.
We've come too far to give up now. The gate to the forge is at the other end of the hall. Protect those who are important for the creation of the Keenfire. The rest of us are dispensable. Attack!
Ah!
For Girdlegard!
For Vracus! Yeah, oink oink! Here I come!
Ja myślałem, że to już koniec, a to dopiero reach the gate. O, głupio wybrałem. Wybrałem wszystkich, którzy są ranni. Świetnie, świetnie, świetnie.
What is it?
Huh?
Didn't even take off my gloves.
To było szybkie? Dobra, ciebie nie możemy wziąć. Ciebie też. Ciebie też. Weźmy w takim razie pana zombie. Kto jeszcze był takim koksem tutaj? Ty byłeś dobrym koksem. Tu mamy już 3, jeszcze jednego. Weźmy króla.
Yes, understood.
Of course! Right.
Well, all right then. I'm on my way.
Huh? Attack! Yeah! On my way.
Well,
Niechże się tam zregeneruje.
agreed. Just
Och, skubany.
no one can stop me. Yes?
Co to jest? Well, let's enemies nearby. Let's enemies nearby start to panic. Unless they're dead.
Welcome to the future.
What's up?
What is it? A victory for technology!
And again. Yeah? Understood. Vile creature. Bavracus! On my way.
O,
Understood.
Girdle guard is
Buba
ours.
idzie.
Kill.
How many is that now?
Not like this.
All right then. A
Girdle
victory
guard is
for
ours.
technology!
Stań sobie gdzieś z boku.
At what?
Obi boku.
Yes?
All right then. No one can stop me. What's up?
Dobrze, co on tu jeszcze ma? Rage. Attack several enemies before him and deals a lot of damage. Ty pójdziesz się zająć.
A bit too much for you, was I? Over here. I need support.
How many is that now? What is it? Understood. I'm on my way.
Ach, bo kurde, musimy iść
What's up?
Yes?
do bramy. Jak tam się dostać w ogóle? A i tak musimy pewnie ich wszystkich pozabijać.
I'm on it.
Kill. Yes. All right then.
On my way.
Girdle guard is ours.
A victory for technology!
Creature. No one
Understood.
can stop me.
How many is that now?
Dobra, jak sobie radzisz ty?
Prepare yourself. I can't do this on my own. He won't last long. Over here. I need support. Yeah, why not? What's up? I can't do this on my own.
Yes?
Yeah? Girdle guard is ours.
Understood.
Huh? Yeah! Well, he won't last long. Disgusting. Meet your doom. Yeah, why not? Over here. I
Dobra,
need
nie jest
support.
źle, nie jest źle, nie jest źle. Jeszcze jesteśmy in the game.
Agreed. Well,
Yes?
yeah? Of course. Hey, bit too many over here. Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Do tyłu, panie słodki, do tyłu.
Of course.
End it. At what?
What's up?
Well,
No. Too soon.
A kurde, go nie można zabić. Czy co?
Prepare yourself.
On my way.
Chciałbym przejść.
It's my hammer. Prepare yourself.
Yes?
Agreed. Yes.
yes? Welcome to the future! A victory for technology! Understood.
Here.
Why not?
I can't do this on my own. Just die.
Ale musimy się wycofać troszeczkę, bo zaraz znowu nam pomrą.
Let's go. What's up?
I'm on it.
For enemies?
Grałem twoim i umarł.
Yeah, why not? Taste my hammer. Yes.
Ty się lecz.
All right then. Yes?
At what?
Yeah, why not?
What is it? Why not?
Not like this. Well,
Mógłbym po prostu tym nieumarłym iść do przodu i tyle.
disgusting. He won't last long. A bit too much for you, was I? Of course! Prepare yourself! He won't last long.
Yes, understood.
Haks.
Yeah? Huh? Attack! And again. On my way.
Yeah! Hey! There's
Understood.
too many over here! Yeah!
At once. For Vracus!
Well, all right then.
Dobra.
No! Too soon! What's up?
Weź wstań.
Let's go! Don't take it personally! Yeah!
Understood. Please wait a moment.
Dobra.
Come on!
Reszta party. Go, 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 go,
Why
go.
not?
No one
Understood.
can stop it!
Yes? All right then. Target in sight. Understood. I'm on my way. I'm on it. Understood. Welcome to the future.
Tylko tutaj nie mogę
How many is that?
przypadkowo trafić swoich.
For Vracus, meet your doom. Girdle guy is ours.
Bąk. Bąk.
Agreed. Yes?
Huh? End it.
A victory for technology. What is it? How many is that now? Yes.
No i git, mamy to.
I need help over here.
Why not?
Quickly. At once.
Fuck, strzeliłem sam w siebie. Ciągle zapominam, że tu jest
Understood.
friendly fire.
A victory for technology. I'm on it. Yes.
On my way.
Yeah, why not? Of course! Let's go! Yeah, why
Dobra,
not?
leć go.
Of course!
To było coś.
Open!
No!
O. Stracił głowę dla swojego króla. Czemu wszyscy umieramy?
It's about time for a plan, scholar! Enough! The time has come!
Not on.
Open the gate. I'll hold him off for as long as I can.
Back, you maggots! They belong to me!
Fajnie, że masz szalik
Bradaria.
ze swojego
Makes no difference. The gate is bolted shut.
ciała. O, to nie ja.
Later, get inside!
The fuck.
You recognize the dwarf standing in front of you in shimmering armor, because you have seen his features more than once, wrought in gold and vercassium and flaunted on the walls on your way through the kingdom of the Fifthlings. Giselbert Ironeye, the progenitor of the Fifthlings.
Welcome, whoever you may be. I hope your coming is a good omen.
Wreszcie
You
ten
look at the
akcent.
10 dwarves with their pale faces and eyes that seem slightly vacant, as if they were in a trance. They are wearing wonderfully crafted armor, and the resolve that Vracus gave his people can be read in each and every face.
It really is you, isn't it?
We are the last of the Fifthling clan. We have defied the hordes of evil since the downfall of my realm. We fell against the Elfar and were brought back to life by the perished land, but instead of serving it, we fought against it. We are rather hard to defeat, and each of my men has slain more monsters than any other dwarf before them. But Such victories are a meager consolation after such a loss.
I thank you for your help. Without you, we would have been finished.
Those creatures were content to just watch us for an age, but for the last few orbits, they have been trying to take the forge. I dare say the change has something to do with your wee band, eh?
We are representatives of the Firstlings, the Secondlings, and the Fourthlings, accompanied by the Mager, Andakai, the Tempestuous, and friends. It's grim for Girdlegard. The magical barriers that kept the Perish land in check for centuries are destroyed. A magus by the name of Nod controls the magic and he can't be killed. Not with any ordinary weapon.
Klawiaturę mam
The
tu.
Dragonfire Forge. Can we light it?
Tutaj mam.
No.
Blat.
But it's the only place where we can forge Keenfire. The only weapon that can defeat Nodon.
The furnace cannot be lit because it never went out. We defended it against invaders from the beginning. It is burning as hot and bright as ever. Vracus must have known we would need it again one day. Now, rest. The gates will not fall. We'll see to that. Permit yourselves as much sleep as you need, and then we will get to work.
A spoko, Sento. Już pospaliśmy. Ostatni skill. Którego nie możemy wziąć, bo jeszcze to nie jest ten level. Dazzle, Shadow Death. Chyba zbliżamy się do końca gry, bo już widzę, że wszyscy odblokowują swoje skille. No cóż. Cóż poradzić, cóż zrobić. In any case. Będziemy kończyć streamkę. Także dziękuję bardzo za obecność. Dziękuję bardzo za miłe rozkręcanie czatu. Dziękuję za dołączenie do Discorda. Dziękuję za wszystko. Pozdrawiam i zapraszam serdecznie ponownie. I w międzyczasie zrobimy sobie rajda na Domikę. Dzięki za stream. Trzymajcie się. Cześć.
No chodź tu.
Jestem tu. Okej. Mizi.
Ała! Ja to bramka, okej.
Do left the party. Cóż i kapitan Pug.
Czemu left? Ja nie left.
Ja też.
Muzi! Cześć!
Cześć, Matek.
Cześć, dziękuję za rajdzika. Co tam było grane? Ju!
Bardzo ładnie.
O, dobra. O nie!
Jaki trend.
Kalkulatoret, wszystko. Wdzięczasz się za wczoraj, dziękuję ci bardzo.
Sorry.
Krasnoludki, dobra. Ja tutaj widzisz lamię w roku. Ała.
Co to się
Mumin?
stanęło?
Mumin?
Mumin? Czy ty chcesz następny obiad gryźć palcami?
To tak bardzo nie miało sensu, że aż zapomniałem jak jechać.
Co jest bez sensu w tym, że następny obiad będziesz jeść palcami?
To była taka mała sugestia, bo będziesz jadł burgera.
Widzę nowa taktyka. Groźbami wywieracie presję na Muminie, tak? I nie umie grać.
Ej, gościu, on jest w moim teamie.
Sabotaż! Nie!
Oj, oj, nie w tą stronę.
O nie! Aniks, dobrze.
Och, ale to wybronił.
A ja na taką świecę ładnie gola strzeliłem. W sensie bym strzelił. To obroniłeś.
Oj.
Ale trafiłaś w piłkę.
Taki był cel. Wszystko jest przemyślane. Halo. Mumin.
Mumin.
Nie tycaj!
Aj. No jak mnie wybił. Kurde.
Brawo!
O.
A to
Doni
ja.
przejęła kontrolę nad botem. Brawo. Tu mnie